In this video, we're going to be talking about how to improve your shooting accuracy. As you can see, I have a towel hanging over the goal, leaving the sides of the goal exposed and the lower part of the goal exposed. When doing this drill, you're going to have 5 different shots from up above the goal for step down shots. You can also do this shooting from behind the goal from X, and then you can also do this shooting downhill from midfield on the run. Remember, when you're taking these step down shots, you're going to want to do them with both hands to improve shooting on both sides. This first spot is about 7 yards up from the goal and about 5 to 7 yards out to the side of the goal. The second spot is about 10 yards above the goal and about 3 to 5 yards out from the side of the goal. Why I like to use a towel or a blanket instead of a shooter tutor is 1, because not everyone has a shooter tutor. 2, the shooter tutor only allows you to shoot for the corners and then the hips of where the goalie would be, which makes it almost impossible to practice a bounce shot, because you only have so little room to put the ball somewhere. Instead, with this, it'll give you more room to allow your bounce shot to see if it would go to the outside of the pipe or past the goalie underneath them. This top middle spot is about 10 to 12 yards above the goal and directly in the middle. Also, if there's a slight breeze, the towel's going to blow forwards out towards the shooter, which is helpful because I think this mimics how the goalie's going to step out to your shot and try to cut it off before it gets to the goal. The goalie does not stand flat right along the goal line the whole time. This fourth spot is like the second spot. It's roughly 10 yards above the goal and about 5 to 7 yards out from the side of the goal. And the fifth spot is about 7 yards above the goal and 5 to 7 yards out to the side of the goal. When you're taking your shots, you want to be mixing up where you're shooting. Far side, near side, high, low, bounce shot. Because you don't want to be a predictable shooter. You don't want to always shoot for one spot, the same spot over and over and over. Because the higher level you get, teams are going to start to scout the opposing team, which means if you only shoot to one spot, the whole other team's going to know where you're going to shoot it. Same with the goalie. And when you're dodging from X, you want to be dodging from both sides and changing it up, doing different finishing moves. This way it's going to help your accuracy. Also, it's helping you practice your different finishing moves and putting them to spots that are more likely for you to score. Because you're a little bit closer, the goalie's going to be able to read you a little bit easier, and you're going to most likely have the defender right on your hand still. For the amount of reps you want to do with this shooting drill is about 10 shots with each hand from every spot. Why I suggest practicing shooting on the run from up top and dodging from X's, because with lacrosse nowadays, we see a lot of inverts. So as a midfielder, you're not going to be just dodging and shooting downhill from above the goal, and as an attackman, you're not going to be just dodging and shooting starting from behind the goal, rising up above. Also, shooting downhill and shooting from behind the goal, dodging upward, have slightly different shooting forms, which are covered in my other videos, so you will want to practice both of those.